Hello, what is up everybody? Welcome back. My name is Kay and today I am so excited to talk about the season premiere of Survivor 42. I cannot wait to get started, but first, of course, if you have not already, please consider pressing the subscribe button below so you can stay updated on Survivor recaps all season long. Now, let's get started. So, in usual Survivor fashion, we begin by inviting everyone to the beach, divided into 3 tribes of 6. We have the Ika tribe, the Taku tribe, and the Vatu tribe. And after a quick little welcome and meet and greet, it's time for the first reward competition of the season. In this competition, one member from each team will compete at a time racing through the jungle. We're only at our first comp of the season and we already get our first twist. Hi, Drea, and Lindsay are all the lucky ones from their team who get to choose the twist. This twist is called the Amulet twist, and it allows them all to take a secret advantage, but only if all 3 of them agree to it. If they don't want to take it, they can just leave it behind and presumably nothing happens. Now, the producers dangled this little twist in front of their face, knowing that anybody with common sense would take it. I mean, come on, this is Survivor. Of course they're going to take the twist, unlike their first day there. Hello? And of course, just like with the Beware advantage from last season, they all end up accepting the offer. They all make this promise to each other that they're going to keep it a secret to the merge, which I find hilarious because I know there's no way that all 3 of these people are going to end up keeping this a secret. One person's going to end up spilling the beans. I just know it. The challenge resumes without any of the other players knowing about this twist, and when the challenge ends, we see that the Ika tribe has won the first reward challenge of the season. Back at camp, since the Vati and Taku tribes did not win the reward, they'll have to earn their supplies some other way. Again, we see a callback to last season where the tribes get a choice of a really physically demanding challenge like carrying a shit ton of water, or that same triangle puzzle that we saw the season prior. This season, both the tribes chose the puzzle and both were able to get it right successfully. Later on, the powers of the Amulet advantage are revealed. It's a little bit complicated and tricky, but here's basically how it works. So, if all 3 amulets are left in the game, then they are all worth just an extra vote. If there are only 2 amulets left in the game, then it is worth a steal a vote. And if there's only 1 in the game, then at that point it turns into a full immunity idol. It doesn't seem like it can really be used until the merge, since all of the holders have to play it together. It's really interesting because it actually gives an incentive to get the other 2 holders out of the game. I feel like most advantages in the game are used to create allies and gain trust with people, but this one kind of gives you 2 targets right off the bat. But I mean, it could also give you 2 allies right off the bat, depending on how you slice it. Like if I was in that game and I had the advantage, I consider the other 2 people enemies right off the bat. I just wouldn't tell them, of course. Later on day 2, a mysterious boat comes to each of the tribes and instructs one random person to get on. When I see this, I'm like, okay, I've definitely seen this before. Again, they are copying the same thing they did last year. Maryanne, Drea, and Jenny all get on the boat, and it takes them to the same island as last season where they climb up the same mountain and eventually are left with the same dilemma. The dilemma is a choice to either protect their vote and play it safe, meaning that nothing will really happen, or if they wanted to, they could risk their vote, and by risking it, they have the chance to earn an extra vote in the game. It's the same prisoner's dilemma, and since Jenny is the only one to protect her vote, Maryanne and Drea will automatically get an extra vote in the game now. See, I liked this twist last season. I thought it was cool because it allowed for cross-tribe alliances to form, which is always fun, right? Like last season, Shan and Liana got super duper close and aligned when they took the trip to the mountain together. But it didn't really seem like the same thing was happening on this season too much. These 3 ladies didn't really seem like they were trying to bond or work together like that, so we'll see how this twist ends up going this time. Later on, back at the Taku tribe, Everyone is just chilling and enjoying their day when Jeff comes strutting up to the beach and asks to speak to Jackson privately. Everyone knows that it's never good news when Jeff comes to your camp, so right now everybody is just nervous and they're wanting to know what's going on. Apparently, right before the filming started, Jackson had revealed to the producers that he was actually recovering from a lithium withdrawal, and it's really dangerous for him to be going through that while also being dehydrated and hungry and just stressed out in the game. And because of all this, unfortunately, Jackson will have to leave the game. This really sucks, and I really felt bad for Jackson. It must be a really shitty feeling to be told that you have to leave the game, especially when you've been wanting to be on it for 10 plus years. I mean, that blows. Online, people were criticizing the producer's decision to even let him be on the show in the first place. They knew about the side effects and that it was dangerous for him to compete, so the question was really, why did they let him come on the show instead of just bringing on an alternate? I don't know, and I don't really want to speculate on why this happened the way it did. I just really felt bad for the tribe, because now they were down one member for no reason. We get to the immunity challenge, and it's a physical puzzle challenge. This challenge looks absolutely brutal, like one of the toughest ones I've seen on Survivor in a while. This time, the Ika tribe really struggles with this one and ends up losing the challenge, becoming the first tribe to be sent to tribal council this season. The Ika tribe has been on a complete roller coaster so far this season. They did great at the first challenge, but really bombed the second one, and now the tension is starting to heat up back at camp. Zach is super nervous right off the bat because he felt like he contributed to the loss because he sucked at the puzzle. Rocksroy's name is also being thrown out because the other castaways felt like he didn't really contribute as much as he could have in the challenge. However, Romeo steps in and is quickly and effectively able to take the target off of Rocksroy's back and redirect it back at Tori. See, for the past couple days, people were already looking at Tori sus because they thought that she was sneaking around looking for idols, which of course she was, like it's Survivor, hello. But either way it goes, right now it's pretty much between Zach and Tori on who will be the first person voted out of this tribe. We get to tribal council and everybody clearly looks nervous and uncomfortable, and I don't blame them one bit. It's a pretty standard tribal council, pretty tame, it's everybody's first time, but things get a little bit interesting when Zach and Tori start to bicker and go at each other just a little bit. The votes are read and Zach becomes the first person officially voted out this season. So long to you, Zach. I didn't really get to know you that well, but you were cool while you lasted. I thought this premiere was pretty solid. It was a little bit dull some of the times, but I really liked that we at least got introduced to all of the castaways. I think part of the dullness for me came from the fact that we saw a lot of these tricks and advantages last season, so it was kind of the same old, but of course we have a bunch of fresh faces and a bunch of new characters that I'm really excited to get to know as the season progresses. So I would love to know what was your favorite part of the episode, and did anyone stand out to you? Let me know in the comments below. Chanelle and Swati are two of my favorites so far, but of course there's still a lot of game left to be played. I'm super excited to be recapping the rest of the season with you all. I'll see y'all later. Peace.